Good evening, welcome back to the Glazov Gang. Our second segment of this episode, our gang members this evening. Dr. Nancy Bonus, the founder of the new organization, Protecting American Values. It's a human rights advocacy organization. Also with us, back by popular demand, a freedom fighter on the front lines, Eric Allen Bell of globalinfidel.tv. And also another new Glazov Gang member, maybe unwillingly, Karla Moxley, a musician, and her website is karlamoxley.com, and she will be performing for us at the end of this segment. We can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. This particular segment is about Eric Holder. He is being very evasive to the House Oversight Committee that's trying to get some materials and documents about this whole Fast and Furious scandal where guns went walking down south. Holder, earlier in February 2011, they denied that this had happened. Now they're admitting it had happened. This is a whole fiasco. Karla, let's begin with you. How do you see this whole scandal?
Well, with anyone, there's going to be denials, obviously, if there's some kind of wrongdoing, or even if there isn't. But to be honest, I'm not with him on this. I'm not with him on this. I agree that the policies that they practice were reckless and dangerous, and I'm pretty against that.
Karla, do you see this as an overall metaphor and symbol of the Obama administration?
Absolutely
overall,
not.
These denials, this corruption?
Absolutely not. There's always denials when somebody accuses something. Always.
But is
always.
this not part and parcel of everything the Obama administration doing in terms of...
No, I don't believe so. I mean, every administration has had some kind of scandal. There's always a denial. It has nothing to do with Obama. It has nothing to do with a Democratic administration, nothing.
Well, how could the Attorney General have nothing to do with the head of the administration? What do you think overall of how the Obama administration is
we all elected George W. Bush as president twice.
Karla, what do you think about how the Obama administration is doing overall?
We all elected George Bush as a president.
And what does that mean?
And I think we didn't know what we were doing. I think a lot of us who voted for George W. Bush did not know what we were doing.
Did you vote for George W. Bush?
No, absolutely.
Okay, do you think his presidency was a good thing or a bad thing?
No, I thought it was absolutely devastating to our common economy, everything.
How about the Obama presidency thus far?
You know, picking up the pieces is a lot different than tearing something apart.
Okay, so the problems with the Obama administration you're blaming on Bush, correct?
These are leftover problems. These have not been dealt with at all.
Nancy, let's go to you.
Okay, on that topic, if these problems after 3.5 years are still Bush's problems, or Bush caused them, then what Obama is telling everyone is that he's not capable of dealing with these issues, because after 3.5 years, obviously things have gotten worse, they haven't gotten better, so he's just telegraphing to the world he's not capable.
Nancy, the Eric Holder fiasco.
The Eric Holder fiasco, well, you know, Eric Holder, there are memos that go back to 2010 where Eric Holder was notified and he knew about this gun running scheme with Fast and Furious, and he denied that he knew about it, and he only copped to the truth in, when was it, 2011, I think it was, and then he said he only heard about it just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, in December he retracted the lie that they didn't have.
Right, and the people that he's appointed to the council to investigate it are people that are have donated large sums of money to the Obama administration, and there's just a conflict of interest as far as I'm concerned.
Eric?
To me, you know, our last president grew the size of government and increased our debt. And for some reason, conservatives like him, which is mind-boggling. I see so much hypocrisy here. I seem to recall under our last presidency, torture being a really big concern. And so the people who weren't concerned about torture are now very concerned about Eric Holder. That said, I don't like Eric Holder or Obama, but I see such hypocrisy and such double standards here. I mean, the sins of Eric Holder compared to George Bush massacring innocent civilians in Iraq with nothing to do with 9/11 is like night and day.
Well, we could argue the Iraq War, but let me go to.
You know, the overall point is you can hire someone for a job, but you don't know what they're gonna do once they get power. You never know. Someone can completely change. And it doesn't matter their references, it doesn't matter what they've done in their life, it does not matter whatsoever, because once someone gets power, you don't know what they're gonna do with it.
Okay,
But
just
how-
a sec,
how
just a sec.
How does she justify,
Yeah.
how do you justify the 38 czars that Obama has appointed that are all Marxists and Maoists and socialist, communists, and radicals?
Well, they call themselves, people like Van Jones call themselves a communist.
They
But
admit.
let me say this, you know, we've got a president that's bullying Israel, that's reaching out in solidarity to the enemies of Israel. We've got $15 trillion debt.
You know-
Nancy's saying, what has Obama done right in your view?
This is so linear. It's so linear if you are completely for something and you're just for it forever in every single circumstance. If you are with someone at every single circumstance, if you're even in a party where, you know, you're conservative, you go by conservative values and you're always there, very linear, and you don't think at every step of it you have to re-examine what you're doing, re-examine every choice. I mean,
But Karla,
I
this
don't
sounds like
understand what she's
but this
saying.
sounds like a lot of equivocation, obfuscation, in the sense that when we're talking about Eric Holder, we've got a case where guns went south, a border agent got killed by one of them, God knows how many people got killed, and they're lying about it. And this is the administration, and you know, this is a scandal, and it's horrible.
it's not an example of the Obama administration.
Okay, before we go, and we're going to let Karla perform, how do you guys, as prophets, think that this is going to play out? Eric, you go first.
How it's going to
The whole Eric Holder thing, how do you think it's going to play out?
I don't know. I'm not paying
How should
attention
it,
to it.
how should
because
it play out? Should there be a contempt of Congress charge? Should he
I think
resign?
as we
Should
go
he
into
pick
an
up-
election, there'll be a witch hunt, and they'll go after him for something, and if not him, someone else. That said, I will not be voting for Obama. I will vote for the other guy, a religious lunatic, because he isn't Obama, and it'll be painful for me to do that.
Okay, just say, why are you reacting to what Eric just said?
Mitt Romney, no,
Yes.
no, just
Sadly,
say
yes.
no to Mitt Romney.
I wish I could.
So just wait, you're for Mitt Romney?
No, I'm
against
not
Obama?
for
Oh,
Mitt Romney. I'm against Obama.
You're against Obama? And
Well, then just don't vote.
so you're for Obama against Romney, am I correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Nancy, let's close with you.
I see this as a bigger controversy. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but I think this is a contest between good and evil, because I see I see Mitt Romney as a good person who loves America. And Obama said when he was running that he was going to completely, totally transform the United States of America. And we didn't need to be completely transformed. We were a wonderful country. So I see it in a bigger global way, that it's a contest between good and evil. I'm not a Romney supporter, but I'm going to vote for Romney.
Thank you, Nancy, and also as a child of former Russian dissidents in the former Soviet Union who loves America, I don't know why America needs to be transformed. Very quick comment goes to you before you're going to perform for us.
I mean, billions of dollars, trillions of dollars in debt, I think need some transformation.
But-
Obviously, something is not working.
Of course, and
We
Obama's
have
the
five-
one
we
that
have
took us
five-
up to
there are
$15 trillion.
We have
debt.
5 trillion more
Yeah.
in new Obama debt just in 3 years. That's the truth.
Okay, despite our conflict on the Glazov gang, we also admire each other and each other's talents, and we are very honored and excited with Karla Moxley being here with us this evening, and she's going to perform for us now with her musical talent.
Back when we were in love, we spent every day. Back when we were in love, we spent every day, holding hands, and we'd tickle our bones. You brushed my hair from under your nose. Back when we were in love, we spent every day. Back when we were in love, we spent every day. We spent every day. Ooh, You just pick me up and ask me to embrace. Swing gently down, breeze kisses, smiles on our face. Back when we were alive, we spent every day, we spent every day. Back when we were alive, we spent every day, we spent every day. Back when we were alive, we spent every day, we spent every day. Back when we were in love, we spent every day, every day.
Honored to have you here, Karla. And am I correct that as a conservative and the host of a conservative Glazov gang show, I'm helping you reach a Republican right-wing fan base? Am I correct?
Yes, I wanted to grow and expand.
And how are you with reaching the audience, let's say, in the conservative movement?
You know, I don't meet or know a lot of conservatives or Republicans, and nothing like that. I meet mostly Democrats, liberals. That's
You mean,
who I know.
but just wait, is that in your personal life or also because of the music you're involved in? Like, who are
in my
your fans?
musical life. Yeah.
Okay, so in your musical life, in the industry and fans in general, we would say that they are to the left.
Yeah, very left. Young people are progressive, I think.
Okay, now just a second. Is this a problem with your industry, or do you think there's a problem in the conservative movement that they, let's say, are not listening to your music?
It's not necessarily a problem. It just comes to taste, style. I mean, it's just where you are. The places that I go, people are very. They protest. They're poetic. They're communist. I go to a lot of places. People speak their minds, and
Aren't you a little bit ashamed that you're in a place where there's communists?
no, absolutely not.
Even though communism perpetrated so much misery and genocide in the 20th century.
You know, I understand that a lot of people have these views about that, but you can't say one thing is one way.
Okay, Nancy, first about the song and then what you think in general of this theme of the market.
I thought she was fantastic. I thought she was great. The theme of the market, I don't know. I just know when I was younger, I was on the left also. I think as you get older, you see things differently. I was into that whole tune in, to drop out, whatever that whole thing was. And I'm conservative now, so I think
Final
that comes
words
with age.
go to Eric Allenville.
I think you can say one thing. If we had just substituted that word communist with Nazi, and you had the whole conversation with him, could you say, well, you can't say that all Nazis are the same. I mean, some of them kind of have a point. Communism is just pure evil.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We've come to the end of our second segment. Karla, fantastic, wonderful song, and it's an honor to have you here. Join us for our third segment tomorrow night when we discuss Joy Behar making a few comments about Romney, including that she hopes his house will burn. We're going to discuss the double standards of how hate is expressed on the left and the right and the way that the media lets these statements, how they let the statements off the hook when it's the left saying them. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.